Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Trippy here, coming at you with some more Madden 19 content, and today we're actually going to do something just a wee bit different. We're going to try to actually predict the Team of the Week cards for this week. Normally I don't do this, but I have been trying to do this for the past 2 weeks. Things just didn't fall in line. But also, quick disclaimers. One, some of these have actually changed, as you probably already know, because of the Monday night game tonight. Two, I'm not trying to predict anything in any particular order or any particular overalls. I'm just throwing out a couple names out there that could possibly get a card. And, we'll see if your boy's right. And here on the screen, as you can see, these are my offensive predictions for this week. I'm not going to say predictions, just a couple of players that I think might get it. Nick Mullins actually balled out against the Oakland Raiders, 16 for 22, 262 yards and 3 touchdowns. Granted, the Raiders aren't really that good of a team this year, but he still came out there. I don't know if he was a draft pick or undrafted free agent. Came in for C.J. Beathard, balled out on him. Duke Johnson, this is pretty much a long shot, but he had 1 carry, 9 catches, 78 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He hasn't had an upgrade all year. Still sitting in that 70-something overall gold card, so I'm pretty sure he might get just a little bit of luck because there really isn't too many cards that can actually get a gold or like a low gold, maybe high overall or low overall elite this week for real, except maybe, Marquez Vandal Scansing. I hope I pronounced that man's name right. But next we got George Kittle, 4 catches, 108 yards, and a TD. Man had a crazy catch this week, man. 71 yards. Well, not gonna say this week, because technically last week. This week, I don't know how that works out. Well, I do know how that works out. It was actually week 9. But Thursday night, took a catch with one hand, split the defenders, and as you can see, he even said it, he closed his eyes when he caught that ball thinking he was about to get smacked. Opened his eyes, scampered for another, I think, 65 yards after that. I don't know if he scored, but if not, he damn sure came close. And it was just probably like the highlight catch of the week, man. It was insane. Next, we have my man Marquez Vandal MVS. We're going to call you MVS. 3 receptions for 101 yards. I know he didn't get a touchdown or anything, and they lost, but he had 2 pretty dope catches, especially along the sideline, bro. Like, some of those things I didn't think anybody could really come down with, let alone him. Also, another long shot. I don't even know if he has a card in the game. I know Nick Mullins don't. He has nothing. Nothing is on the auction block for that man. Next up, we have Cordell Patterson stepped in at running back. Yes, I said running back. When James White went out in the second quarter with an injury, ended up actually getting a freaking touchdown. 11 attempts, 61 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 reception for 7 yards, and a kickoff returns, but it ain't really do too well. That's actually huge, not only for the Patriots, but just for any fantasy owners out there who might actually want to go pick up a Cordell Patterson while Sony Michel is on the bench with this injury. Next up, we got my man Josh Flash Gordon out there, actually held up a pretty good game as a New England Patriot. 5 receptions, 130 yards, and 1 touchdown. His highest overall card, I think, is like a 78. So I could see him making a huge jump from 78 to like maybe an 85 to 86 overall, just because he's kind of a big name and everybody's been waiting for him to kind of like really flash. So, shout outs to Josh Gordon. He helped me win one of my fantasy games this week. Let's go on to the defense. As we look at the defense, we're going to go ahead and start off with my man TJ McDonald. Boy had a really solid game from the free safety position. 8 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 1 interception. I think it was in the 4th quarter. Granted, it was against Sam Darnold, a rookie quarterback, and they really didn't look good at all offensively, but hell, neither did the Miami Dolphins, and they put that team on their back the other day, man, or yesterday, excuse me. They all balled out. Defense as a whole had like 4 interceptions, and I think one of them actually went back for 6. It was not McDonald's, but he did his part, in my opinion. Next up, we have cornerback Steven Nelson for the Kansas City Chiefs. 1 interception and 8 tackles. And as you know, the Kansas City Chiefs are balling so far, man. And their defense, they have been kind of picking it up lately, but not necessarily like top tier levels. As long as they get at least 1 or 2 takeaways, man, they can be dangerous, bro. 2 takeaways and they win the game. 1, you're in for something. but bro, do not let them get 2 extra possessions on you. It is a wrap. Nobody's stopping an offense, period. Also, we got another 49er on the list, Mr. Cassius Marsh. Left in for the 49ers. He racked up 2.5 sacks on Derek Carr. Derek Carr. I don't know why I keep getting them mixed up. It's been so long. 3 tackles and 2 tackles for loss. But I think actually sacks might count for tackle for loss. But either way, it makes the stat line look doper. I already kind of touched on that. They balled out. They went in. They ransacked the Oakland Raiders. So, not too much to really actually say on that one. Next up, we got my man Roquan Smith. 11 tackles, 1 forced fumble, and that forced fumble actually went for a 66-yard touchdown thanks to Eddie Jackson. He actually held him up. It could have been a toss-up between Eddie Jackson or Roquan Smith, but I went with my man Roquan Smith because his stat line just looks a wee bit better, even though he did not get that touchdown. Now, this one, a lot of people will not agree with me on. James Bradberry from the Carolina Panthers, 2 tackles, 2 pass deflections, held. And this is the real reason why I'd actually give him one. This is more like a football outsider stat. I don't know who he held everybody down to, but Bradberry usually travels in that defense. I know because he traveled with Alshon Jeffrey against the Philadelphia Eagles. And my man held Mike Evans, one of the best receivers in the league, to 1 catch for 16 yards. That is hard to do. And he is definitely undersized compared to Mike Evans. Dude is like 6'5" with a wingspan of like freaking Godzilla. So I would say that my man actually balled out that day. Wouldn't be surprised if he actually got a card. Hell, even if it's like an 82 overall card, it'd be an upgrade from what he already has. Next up, last for the defense before we get to the heroes, Desmond King. Man, that boy is on fire recently, bro. I know he just got a Team of the Week card maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But, bro, he is going off as of late. He only had 1 tackle and really nothing else. But I think a pass deflection maybe. But he also had 1 interception. But that 1 interception for 42 yards and a touchdown, man. I could see him getting another Team of the Week card. This time it might be an 86, 85. Depending on if they boost up the heroes' overalls, that's kind of determines whether or not they'll boost up everybody else's overalls. So 85 to 87 overall, Team of the Week elite. I feel like, even though I said I wasn't going to try to predict overalls, I lied. I forget sometimes. But either way, I can see him getting something pretty dope. Hell, pretty soon in the future, he might actually get a heroes card. But speaking of heroes, let's get to those bad boys. As we're looking at these heroes right now, these stat lines, man, James Conner, 24 attempts, 107 yards, 7 receptions, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Man, his stats may not be as good as they were a couple weeks ago when he had an 85 overall card, where they absolutely, I said a couple weeks ago, like I won't last week, when they absolutely play my man on his stats. This week, they need to make up for it. Give my man a 91 overall card. It's like they keep holding off to see if Le'Veon's coming back a week or two. Like, no, man, it's a done deal. My dude is solidified. He is top notch, man. Show my man some love and give him way more than 85 speed and way more than the 68 break tackle. As we're also looking at Danielle Hunter, 6 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, and a fumble recovery. Man, that Vikings defense is starting to look more and more like 2017's Vikings defense, where they get after the quarterback, make you pay in pass coverage, and just they're suffocating, bro. It's ridiculous. It's starting to look scary, especially against a pretty decent offense, even though the Lions just traded away Golden Tate. These guys have the potential to go right to the Super Bowl this year, man. It's really scary, especially me being an Eagles fan and all. But look out for these guys to most likely get a heroes card. As we move on to the big dog of the week, none other than Michael Can't Guard Me Thomas. Boy, he was on fire yesterday, man. I mean, absolutely on fire. Boy had 12 receptions on 15 targets, 211 yards, and a 72-yard touchdown. All of this while being shadowed by one of the best cornerbacks in the game. I don't care what anybody says. Marcus Peters is still a top-notch corner, even though he's not having the best of years. He torched that man all game long. Marcus Peters probably had maybe 1 or 2 good plays, and those are the 3 targets that didn't get to him. But other than that, man, Michael Thomas was lighting this man up. 211 yards is actually the highest receiving total by anybody in the league so far this year. He actually was tied with Jared Cook for the most receiving yards in a game this year at 180 until he broke that. In my opinion, 31 yards is shattering that record so far. I do expect somebody else to break it, somebody like of Julio's level or, somewhere in that range. Hell, it might be Adam Thielen the way he's balling. But either way, man, Michael Thomas, Adam Thielen this year are the 2 best receivers, and Michael Thomas is making a case that he is number 1 regardless of whatever receiving yards and whatever receptions Thielen has. And it's another reason why I think my man Michael Thomas should get a Team of the Week card, or the boss card. This is basically a no-brainer. They also should make it with him on the phone like he was doing in the celebration. Like, that would be absolutely insane. But that'll be the end for today's video, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anybody, let me know in the comment section down below if there's anybody that I'm actually forgetting for this week. I'm pretty sure there's tons of them. I'm always missing something. But if you enjoyed, please smack that like button. 2-piece that mofo for your boy. It'll help me out tremendously. Also, subscribe for more Madden 19 content such as this. And until next time, guys, peace.